Hi guys, and welcome back to another Starcraft Remastered replay. As once again we have a interesting engagement from the South Korean scene. We have spawning here in the lower right in the brown. It is Honey and Chip, but this is of course the AK from MONG, very known and talented Terran player, and his opponent of course spawning here in the upper left part. We have many replays of him. It is BISU who is spawning with his AK, only star in the upper left part. A 4 spawning location map, and once again it is BISU versus a Terran. Let's see what his plans are, and let's also see what MONG's plans are. Is he perhaps going to do a surprise rush versus BISU? Could be a possibility. We saw actually some Terrans do this versus the talented Protoss player. We saw them go with Marines, with tanks and even vultures early on, and let's see if this is indeed going to be the strategy from MONG versus his opponent versus BISU. Right now both of them are opening up very standardly with either next to the Nexus, and we also have a supply depot next to the command center, of course, to give the opportunity for those Marines to walk back and forth in case there would be a rush with some zealots. So pretty standard stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. No intentions of the players to go for fast expansion. BISU continuing with his gateway, and we also have MONG now going for his barracks. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. A 4 spawning location map around the 2-minute mark. I believe both of them will start to scout out the map to see exactly where the enemy is hiding. We can of course see the production tab in the upper left part just in case I'm missing something. So yeah, just in case you want to check out the build order, you have it all here in the upper left part. But right now we actually have a very standard open up here, even though it could have been a fast expansion given the fact that it is a 4 spawning location map. So yeah, we have the 2-minute mark, and by the looks of it both of them are now moving out on the map just to scout the proximity. So yeah, no fast expansion. This should be of course a cybernetic score for BISU, as of course those dragoons early on are very strong. An interesting placement here of a pylon for BISU. He might try to add perhaps a building into this location, perhaps to hide a robotics facility bay. Even a gateway could be hidden here, so let's see what exactly the plans from BISU are, as he's now moving out the map scouting, and I believe they will find each other here, perhaps even attack. Yes indeed, BISU reacting immediately, dealing some damage towards this SCV. Actually the SCV is taking quite some damage, so nice job here by BISU. And let's see, it should be a factory for MONG indeed, as BISU will continue his search, and so will MONG with his SCV. I believe the HP number will stay at this point, so the Terran units can't heal themselves up slowly. They need of course a medic to do that. So yeah, 40 HP for this Terran unit as he's moving forward towards the base from BISU. And finally he gets caught, but the Dragoon might take him out quickly here as he already taken some damage from the rope. So nice micro by BISU with his probe, but very hard to move here forward versus all of those Marines on the ground. So yeah, it's 4 Marines. I believe a bunker will be added here by MONG. He's also hiding a CV into this location, perhaps later on for a expansion, or actually I think he's searching for some proxy pylons here from BISU, as BISU just stays here on patrol with his Dragoon. And yeah, let's see, very soon the expansion is going to start, or should actually start here for MONG, as even only 1 Dragoon has moved here forward, but there are 4 Marines, and the range will be completed very soon here by the Dragoon. So BISU might out micro here MONG a little bit if his range is getting finished, so actually showing us how strong a Dragoon can be early on. Waiting of course for the reinforcements for the 2nd Dragoon, who is about to arrive very quickly here. And yeah, let's see, 2 Dragoons versus the 4 Marines on the ground. 1 Dragoon already losing a little bit of that shield, the 2nd one also very healthy here, as of course BISU showing us, like I told you, how strong these Dragoons are early on with the range upgrade. And yeah, a bunker is much needed here for the Terran, as already 2 Dragoons are moving here forward. High ground is however here for the Terran, as I'm losing my voice a little bit. And yeah, the tank will of course be able to secure this this ramp for the Terran. So yeah, actually more Marines getting here invested by the Terran, so lots and lots of Marines early on here for him, just to hold his early aggression. No bunker yet for him. He has to, of course, stay back to defend versus the Dragoons, and one tank could actually get sniped here for BISU very soon, so MONG needs to be careful not to lose this one tank. Second tank is coming out. We can see him building another tank, so he really wants to push BISU back, and yeah, right now I believe he should be able to hold this, as yet another Dragoon is coming out. We also see BISU expanding. Let's check his main very quickly. There's another gateway and the robotics facility bay here with this lone pylon here, so slowly but steadily I believe the siege has stopped here by BISU. Of course, as soon as the siege tank ability is going to finish, the Terran should be okay, adding another tank, and he might even add, of course, vultures with some mines just to get more security versus all of those Dragoons. So yeah, the Dragoons are still patrolling here a little bit for BISU, as now the Terran is moving out, but immediately BISU is targeting those tanks. One is getting snapped, one Dragoon has also been snapped. He immediately goes once again for those tanks, sniping two actually, but also losing two Dragoons. So pretty good micro here by both players, but in the end a fair trade, I believe. And with that, I believe also that the harassment will stop here by BISU, but very soon he might take this expansion here. And yeah, let's see the response from MONG. He's moving out quite aggressively with some fast moving vultures, but they will be intercepted by the Dragoons. They try, of course, to inflict damage. They might be successful here. And yeah, BISU now pretty much has to wait for his observer to arrive just to clear those mines. So I believe this is going to be the tactic from MONG. He's just going to put down as many mines as possible. He's going to try perhaps to be lucky and snipe some of the workers here. But yeah, BISU has so many Dragoons on the ground, so we are moving towards a small stalemate. Both players pretty much at the same worker amount, as the pylon might get sniped here by MONG. So yeah, his expansion also very soon is going to get guarded by siege tanks. So right now, very late siege tank ability upgrade here by MONG, as he is focused into more and more of those vultures, and now even adding more and more of those factories on the ground. So yeah, the stalemate continues. I believe BISU is going to try to take his second expansion very soon. Not going for an observer, interesting enough. Actually a double shuttle gameplay here. Does he have double robotics facility in the bay? No, it's actually only one. And let's see what exactly those shuttles have into their bellies. Actually even speed has been done here, so of course you can check again the game. He has went for a fast speed shuttle gameplay here with one Reaver, one Dragoon and two Zealots here. Let's see how successful can be. Of course, the reaction is very quickly here by the Terran. There are mines on the ground, so BISU needs to be careful. This might be a suicide mission here by him. There's also many damage is going to be taken out of those mines. The Reaver exactly on target here, straight towards all of those SCVs. Already having many kills, 10 kills already here for this one Reaver. Finally it's getting sniped, but so many SCVs have been killed. Look at the amount from Honey and Chip. He's at 30 workers here versus BISU. And yeah, BISU still having those shuttles alive. So around the 8-minute, actually the 7-minute and 30-second mark, this is actually a very nice strategy by the Protoss. They can really cripple the economy here from the Terran. This is dropping all of those units now, and now I believe he's going to retreat. But yeah, very strong move. MONG sensing that there was something wrong, so luckily for him, he had so many mines on the ground. This will be very likely cleared very soon. And yeah, I believe now MONG is going to try perhaps a counter attack. So BISU not going for observers, even now having 3 shuttles. So quite a aggressive gameplay here by BISU. Very nicely abusing the speed of the shuttles, just moving out onto the map. But MONG looks like he's pretty much going to commit here forward with all of his units. And there is even one observer here in the air. And yeah, there go the speed shuttles, and with that they might try to inflict more economic damage. But at the same time, MONG is just pretty much going to move forward with his vultures, with his tanks on the ground. Let's see what his plans are. He's going to try to snap perhaps the newly established base by BISU. Yes, now he's going to try to get a good surround, but BISU nicely microing those Dragoons out of danger. Some connections do happen here, but still a great micro here by BISU. Same can be said here by MONG, who finally has arrived with his siege tanks, and now lots and lots of splash damage is being taken by BISU. So BISU in some serious trouble. Great connections by those mines once again, as the Terran even adding here a turret to have vision versus the invisible unit, so nice job by him. He has pretty much had enough about the abusement with those shuttles, but as I said, he's incoming more shuttles with the zealots on the ground, and the mines will now work against the tanks. So nice job. We even have a Reaver drop here by BISU, but it's getting sniped, so nice job. But the tanks also get some great connections, so still the siege continues. So BISU in some serious trouble. His second base is about to get built here very soon by MONG. Same time he also has started his base, so BISU has to hurry up. But does he have anything left to stop this? As the shuttles will try to get some zealots forward, but it looks like the Nexus has indeed fallen, and MONG might continue to move forward. He's in a very great position. He has the high ground. There's so many mines on the ground. Let's see BISU's respawn. There's just a lone Reaver onto the shuttle as he's now moving forward. And yeah, MONG just on hold position, knowing that he has a small advantage now as he has sniped the second expansion. BISU responding with the shuttle. I believe he's going to try to snipe this SEV right here as more and more action is happening here up. So yeah, BISU just checking the expansion, sniping the SEV, and now just dealing damage towards the expansion point here. So nice job by him as MONG decides to slowly but steadily retreat. We were still dealing damage as one third SEV is moving here forward, and the ball nicely bouncing back and forward by BISU. He will be like to try to snipe the SEV, does so, and yet another SEV is moving here forward to secure this expansion, to build the expansion. So yeah, MONG decided to pull back. Let's check the upgrades, if there are any upgrades here for BISU, none yet, and 0 upgrades here for the Terran as well. So yeah, quite an interesting game, a better start by BISU, but MONG came out back very strongly into the high ground, sniping this expansion. But still, as you can see from the worker amount, he has came back after losing so many SCVs. He has now 3 more SCVs versus BISU, and then BISU just moving forward with a small group of Dragoons, but hold on, actually triple scouts once again here for BISU as he's just going to move here forward, ignoring the turrets. One has been sniped, the second one is also getting quite some damage. The Reaver is very low, the tanks are dealing good damage in the back, so it's a nice defense here by MONG. He just needs to be careful not to take splash damage. However, the Reaver nicely bouncing his balls here versus the tanks and versus the SCVs, so nice job here by BISU, inflicting some damage, killing around 5 workers, and now just going to move forward into his next established point. So MONG not yet knowing about this other expansion, as all of those ropes are getting transferred so to the other expansion. So this position right here is getting abandoned, and if MONG would know this, of course, he's going to move out. So he's catching one probe. This is really important now. He knows that BISU might try to expand onto another location. He's trying to get a surround here, trying to get those mines to get some good connections, and I believe he's going to pretty much commit here forward into ending this game with his vultures in the front, with the tanks in the back. This could be very deadly here for him, as the tanks need to be sieged up. Of course, more protection is needed for those tanks, as so many tanks in the back. They're getting sieged up in a good position. The vultures are nicely in the front. The Goliaths also getting good targeting here onto the observer. So yeah, the tanks in a very good position here, but some more vultures are needed. However, remember, MONG still doesn't know about this expansion right here. So let's see, BISU with 47 workers, 53 for the Terran, as now more and more is getting mined here for the Terran. I believe MONG is going to try to slowly but steadily push here forward onto the small street, 2 small streets here. Nice scan by him. Yeah, the tanks are just moving more and more forward by him. So yeah, finally dealing good splash damage. The vultures are in the front, trying to lure, of course, the units back into the range from the siege tanks. I see more and more mines are getting laid out, but there should be an observer in the air. Let's see if the Terran might also try to go for some dropship harassment, and we actually see the first arbiter moving forward. So we might see MONG going into some science vessels just to have detection against all of the Protoss units. So yeah, in comes the one lone zealot, tries to lure as many mines as possible. Yeah, let's see how the siege is going to continue. There's still no vision. The Terran has to use scan, so he is very likely going to be forced to go into science vessel. There indeed is that starport. So yeah, more Goliaths are getting produced, but very soon all the scans will fade out, and let's see, another scan is happening here. BISU nicely bring those zealots forward. Just tries of course to lure the mines into the enemy, but yeah, the siege continues here, so very hard choke point here for the Storm Fort. Finally, I believe he's going to be successful, as there are no more scans available, so very smart gameplay here by him. As two zealots will be scanned and taken out, so let's see for how long MONG will have scans available to deal with this situation. Is he going to move forward or is he going to pull back? He's actually pulling back, given the fact that he had no more scans available. Now he has to retreat, he has to wait for his science vessel to come out, or he could just move here forward into this location. There is some pylons. I believe this could be a nice step by him, but of course BISU would react with some arbiter gameplay here by him. So yeah, MONG just leaves those units in the middle of the map. He's trying to get as much control as possible with the mines, but there are observers in the air, so BISU should be able to push this back very fast. And the EMP shockwave would also be very nice against those arbiters in the air. As some mines do get some connection. Actually, it's the tank in the back that gets some connections. So it's just vultures with tanks now for the Terran. Let's check the upgrades very quickly. 0 to 1. Let's check BISU, also 0 to 1. And we might even see some recalls happening here by BISU, as he might get flanked here very soon by the Terran. So nice move here by the Terran. Not to siege things, aren't so much sieged up, and yeah, lots and lots of damage is being taken by both sides. But now we do have stasis fields here for BISU, nicely taking out 5 SCVs, 5 tanks out of the game. So very smart gameplay here by him, using the stasis field, a very strong spell to have as the Protoss player versus the Terran. And you know, just pretty much pushing back, killing more of those units, and at the same time surrounding the units here. So smart gameplay here by BISU, and it looks like he's not finished as he's moving more forward. So MONG has to push some mines there, but lots and lots of connections, as actually the mines will deal damage towards his own units, as the zealots will take out all of the units here. And this expansion right here is pretty much exposed more mines connections here. BISU with a very smart gameplay. The arbiter looking also very strong in the air, as now reinforcements are pulling forward for MONG, but there is still no detection, as BISU is still into this location, and the reinforcements are also pulling forward after they have sniped all of the tanks in the middle of the map. So very smart gameplay. Terran tries to counter with some mines on the ground, but once again the zealot is perfectly positioned here in the front, and the zealot is moving forward. Tanks are also giving good cover fire, but yeah, BISU tries of course to do his best. But now once again we see a great stasis field towards all of those units. And for how long can MONG hold, as we are closing in towards the 20-minute mark? Very aggressive gameplay now all of a sudden here by BISU, after he was just trolling a little bit with those shuttles in the air. He tried of course to finish the game, but MONG having a good defense with all of those mines on the ground, as some probes will once again be transferred, this time into this location right here. So yeah, BISU just keeps on expanding while attacking, while being aggressive. Same can be said here by the Terran, who is also taking his third expansion onto the map. So yeah, it's still anyone's game, but MONG really needs that detection. He really needs the science vessel very soon. He also needs the EMP shockwave very soon to counter the arbiter gameplay here by BISU. Yeah, let's see. Oh, hold on, we actually see a shuttle just flying around here occasionally. Let's just see if it's having something, you know, it's just a fake shuttle here by BISU, perhaps trying to force MONG to send some units back to defend versus the shuttle. But yes, MONG sees that nothing is happening here. The shuttle might even get taken out. So it was indeed a fake shuttle here by BISU, as he perhaps also tried to buy some time towards all of his newly established bases on the map. Very smart gameplay by him, as he's also taking this expansion right here. So yeah, MONG looks like he's also going to try to secure his expansion here in the upper part. And yeah, it's a small passive gameplay now, as both players are just roaming around the map. BISU tries of course to clear as many mines as possible. He might try to gather his forces together just to do a recall very soon. He's closing in to being maxed out. The same can be said here by the Terran, as there's two arbiter patrolling the air. And yeah, let's see what the next steps are going to be. The vultures are still roaming around. Some vultures actually make it here forward into this location, but BISU responding with a cannon and a dragoon, so very late response here by MONG with those vultures, and now we see a reaper on the ground, even some zealots, so they should of course be held by BISU with his units, and even more vultures are being taken out. So let's see what exactly MONG can do, what he can respond towards all of those units on the ground from BISU, and towards the shuttle, not the shuttle, the arbiter gameplay here by BISU. Yeah, BISU looks like he's going to gather his forces. There's already three arbiters for BISU. So very nice gameplay here by him, and one shuttle here as well. So let's see what exactly his plans are. I believe we might see a recall gameplay here by him. Lots and lots of energy towards those arbiters, as he might take out so many tanks, as the tanks here from MONG are nicely spreaded. And yeah, we finally see the answer from the Terran versus the arbiters from BISU. It's going to be EMP shockwave. We need some great EMPs just to counter this. Let's see, all of the units are gathered here. Maybe very likely they will be recalled very soon, but where? I believe the newly established bases from MONG will be the next target by BISU. And he could also recall some zealots into this location, as all of the mines will move forward towards the Terran. So the Terran pretty much just waiting here for BISU to make the first step. But hold on, actually now he's sieging up and moving forward. Only one science vessel, I believe a second or a third science vessel is much needed here for him, as he's going to lose some vultures. So the siege tanks are just pretty much obliterating here all of the dragoons. We see some more units moving forward, actually massive amounts of zealots in the middle of the map, soaking those mines towards the enemy, but at the same time also taking some damage. So BISU needs to be careful not to lose so many zealots here, as he's now gathering once again his forces, also having a good vision here with his one observer in the air. And yeah, let's just check the upgrades once again. 1 to 2 for the Terran, as we also have 0 to 2 for BISU, and BISU might take some damage out of the mines. Great stasis field here, however, great response here, good EMP shockwave, but so many units from the Terran are being now taken out of the game, so lots and lots of units clumped up together. Stasis trap as a stasis trap here for BISU as he's now moving forward, and surely this should be the advantage here for BISU as he's moving now forward with the zealots. So many units from the Terran are being taken out. So very smart gameplay here for him, and yeah, only one science vessel has been immediately taken out with the stasis trap by BISU. So 2 or 3 science vessels, I believe, would have been a great counter towards all of the units here from MONG. MONG tries to secure the road with some mines, but so many units from the Terran, and yeah, the missed EMP shockwave here by the science vessel as more and more units are moving forward here for BISU, and finally even the science vessel is going to be very likely taken out soon. Now he's actually going for the tanks, so the tanks more important here for BISU than the science vessel, as more and more damage is being taken by both players. You can see them drop into supply, but a small advantage here for BISU perhaps, as he was able to take out so many units out of the game with the stasis trap, the stasis field. And yeah, let's see how this game is going to continue. He's going to very likely try to snipe one unit after the other with the arbiters, dealing some damage towards that, but a great EMP now, and even Goliaths on the ground versus all of the units from BISU. So it's a quadruple arbiter gameplay here, as MONG is now feeling confident to move forward versus BISU. In the middle of the map, pretty much secured by the Terran, but there's so many expansions here by BISU, as they haven't been punished yet by MONG. The BISU even trying a good flank here. Let's see if it's going to be successful. Once again, a nice stasis trap, the science vessel pretty much exposed. The zealots are still moving forward here as they deal more and more damage towards the tanks. And the nice stasis trap once again taking out the units of the game, as more and more tanks will be sniped here by BISU. BISU, in fact, it's going to ignore these units, or is he? Yeah, it's just going to try to surround them and maybe later on move forward to deal damage. So we are slowly but steadily close towards the 25th mark You can see it's a very long replay. I believe it's still anyone's game here, but the in comes Pete with his arbiters and with his zealots. So let's see, more and more damage is being taken here by the So nice gameplay here by BISU as he's finally having 50 more supply than his opponent. And yeah, MONG tries of course his best with his vultures in the front as more and more tanks are getting sieged up. He's nicely trying to spread those tanks, but yeah, in comes BISU once again with the zealots in the front. Nice stasis trap by him, no EMP shockwave to counter this. So very hard gameplay here for the Terran as more and more damage is being taken here by him. And let's see how things are going to continue. Strong of course to get some good connections with the Goliaths. The Goliath dealing good damage, but the mines actually once again working against the Terran as the zealots have pretty much done their job. They pretty much suicided into those mines, and now pretty good connections with the mines versus the dragoons as yeah, more and more damage is being taken once again by both sides, but once again a smaller advantage here for BISU as all of those arbiters are pretty much unpunished. So perhaps the Terran is going to try to go for some brace. He should of course snipe those units in the air, and now his expansion, his newly established expansion, is pretty much under siege by BISU. So yeah, BISU with a very smart gameplay here with those stasis traps dealing great amounts of damage, and yeah, perhaps some brace would have been a great answer against all of those arbiters in the air, and even that or more science vessels, even 5 science vessels would have been great for him as the expansion is about to explode here for MONG. MONG tries of course to counter with just a small amount of vultures, and yeah, some more and more units from BISU are pulling here forward. The vultures are pretty much getting abandoned here, so MONG tries of course to think about counter. I believe, like I told you, race would have been a great stuff here to counter the units from BISU, as there's not that many observers here, actually only one here being left alive. But yeah, let's see how things will unfold. He tries to counter of course the economy from BISU, is trying of course to snipe as many units as possible, but yeah, there's so many arbiters here still being left alive, still being unpunished here by the Terran. And actually I don't see any science vessels here for the Terran, so yeah, in comes the push once again. This time the Terran clearing the units, but if he's not going to react with more science vessel or brace, this could be very deadly, as there's so many arbiters here being left alive for BISU. So BISU can easily just stasis trap all of the tanks here, so MONG tries to nicely out micro this, but all of those units could be stasis trapped, and there indeed it is, as BISU is moving slowly but steadily more forward. Might stasis trap once again the units here, moving around with another arbiter. Tries to find a new target, perhaps this one, increasing the important unit, the science vessel in the air, and now the zealots are once again pouring here in the front, solving all of those mines. Very nice job here by BISU. The reinforcements are coming forward for the Terran, and once again the arbiter are in the air just to secure the ground with the stasis trap, just to secure it versus the tanks. Once again a stasis trap after stasis trap, everything is getting iced up as BISU is coming in from all of the sides. Lots and lots of damage being taken here by the Terran. Checking the upgrades, 2 to 3 for him, and 1 armor here with 3 weapons for BISU, as she should be of course able to clear this. And sadly here for MONG, he's dropping into more and more of a supply, so the arbiters are dealing of course great amounts of damage. MONG not paying attention, sadly for him, he has lost the science vessel, an important unit. Even BISU stasis trapping his own arbiter, his observer, and even more observers. So yeah, let's see what the answer from MONG is going to be. Perhaps Goliaths, many more Goliaths could have been great versus all the arbiters in the air. But yeah, in the end, looks like BISU is going to gather all of his forces, perhaps going to try a recall. Would have been very deadly to recall here into this location, as so many long distance mining is happening here for the Terran, as yeah, BISU is moving once again forward with his units. Some mines are on the ground, but there is an observer in the air. And let's see what's going to happen here, as there are still 4 arbiters pretty much healthy here. Let's check the energy. Yeah, those 2 are pretty much full, so the tanks right here getting nicely spreaded, but it's very hard to out-micro those arbiters, as once again a good scan is moving out. There comes the arbiter in the front getting some damage, so he could get sniped, but he's reacting nicely with a stasis trap against all of the units. And I believe one arbiter can actually cast 2 stasis traps, so pretty much a little bit imbalanced of a spell to have. Once again, a stasis trap here might have more energy to cast more, as he's now moving forward to snipe the mines on the ground. Many more arbiters pretty much left alive, as more stasis trap could follow up very soon. And let's see if BISU is going to pretty much commit here forward. He's pretty much maxed out, so he has to react. The zealots are in the front once again, soaking up the mines. We even have a shuttle gameplay here in the air. Might drop some units, but no more science vessels. More stasis traps are getting dropped here by BISU versus MONG. MONG is trying, of course, his best to out-micro this, but I believe right now he is very likely going to give up, as so many arbiters in the air. So no carriers needed here for BISU. It's just pretty much massive amounts of arbiters in the air, like he has shown us into a previous replay. Very outstanding gameplay here by him, and I believe MONG is pretty much going to give up very soon, as he's dropping towards 50 supply. Perhaps he's wanting a rematch. Perhaps he will go for some race or some more science vessels, or maybe he's just asking what exactly the counter towards all of those arbiters in the air are. Could be brace, could be with perhaps even battle cruisers. Let's see. I believe, yes indeed, very soon he is going to abandon the game. He has dropped 240 supply, 37 workers, and yes indeed, there is the GG. So very nice gameplay here by BISU, bringing him the victory. MONG a little bit too defensive gameplay here, sadly for him. Not that many science vessels, not that many connections with EMP shockwave versus the arbiters, and in the end BISU of course punishing the Terran army with all of those stasis traps on the ground. And I believe Wraiths could have been an option here for MONG, with invisibility, sniping perhaps the observers first, and then just having pretty much more control of the air units from BISU, especially against those arbiters. Let's check the stats very quick. Once again, I'm going to be clicking left and right. We even see C observing this game, so very talented Terran player as well. C with his AK Noin Sung. So yeah, a very interesting gameplay here by BISU, showing us the strengths once again of the arbiters into the late game versus the Terran. I believe much stronger than carriers. It's the stasis traps really taking out so many tanks off the game. So yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Tommy signing out.